Hello again, everybody out there in the atmosphere. This is John Barry, along with Glenn Valley, along with Flynn Cook, and we're here to talk about the San Diego Comic-Con. As you can tell, I just got back. But actually, it's my tribute to Scott Shaw and George Perez. Anyway, lots and lots of things happen at Comic-Con, as you can imagine, because Scott Shaw and George Perez always wear Hawaiian shirts. Anyway.
You don't have to get it either. It's cool.
So, lots of stuff happened. There's unbelievable amount of people. However, when I get back, all anybody ever wants to know is, what celebrities did you see? I saw none because I stayed away from Hall H. However, there's lots of people out there that didn't stay away from Hall H, and they got to see the Thor, Captain America, and Green Lantern previews that were really big news this year. Thor's looking pretty good. We got to see the Odin chair over at the Marvel booth.
It was a piece of the set, of the actual physical set for Asgard. I think it was either that or a reproduction. But what's most interesting, and if you're trying to avoid a spoiler for the Thor movie, although how much of a spoiler could it be? They revealed it at Comic-Con. The Marvel booth, they had the prop replica of the Infinity Gauntlet. So
yeah, that was really cool.
That means the Infinity Gauntlet is going to be in the movie Thor, and you know. Maybe it's just me, but I think that means Thanos is going to appear in Thor. In which case, I don't know how Thor's going to be able to take him on.
They also had the Destroyer. They had a replica of the Destroyer as well, and Thor's helmet, Loki's helmet, and what we believe to be Odin's helmet as well. All looking really cool at the Marvel booth. On the other hand, at the Warner Brothers booth, they had a dead alien. They had Abin Sur's body inside the ship.
That was it.
Yeah, and that was pretty much it. That's all you got of Green Lantern, except for if you went to the panel itself, from what I understand.
Yeah, which was in Hall H.
Which
stands for Hell.
Well, speaking of the Marvel movies, Joss Whedon did confirm that he's going to be directing the Avengers movie, so now I can't wait for it. Before I was like, eh, but now that they added Joss Whedon, I'm like, yes! Let it happen!
They confirmed that Jeremy Renner is playing Hawkeye. Here's hoping he actually looks like the comic book. And they confirmed that Mark Ruffalo is taking over for Ed Norton as Bruce Banner, which, you know, is great for me because I'm like the only person on the entire earth that didn't like Ed Norton as Bruce Banner. I'd rather have Eric Bana back, but that'll never happen. So
how about Lou Ferrigno? Come on.
Well, he wasn't.
He was like the Hulk.
Well,
no,
he was the Hulk,
Bruce Banner.
Yeah,
he can see a big Bruce Banner, tough guy. No one's gonna steal his lunch money.
Yeah, when he transforms, people are like, oh, you know, okay, it's not as unrealistic a change. I can see it.
He's too busy charging $10 for his picture.
Hey, don't talk bad on the Ferrigno.
I'm not talking bad. I'm just saying.
He will smack you down with his Butterfinger commercials.
I got mugged by him one time, but that's a long story we don't have time for here. Anyway, and so Joss Whedon got the Avengers to assemble. At the end of the whole Marvel panel on Saturday night, they had Robert Downey Jr., as we said, Jeremy Renner, Mark Ruffalo, Chris Evans, and everybody that's involved in the Avengers movie.
But nobody for Wasp, Ant-Man, or Vision. So.
I heard there may not be an Ant-Man now. There was actually rumored to be Nathan Fillion, but now that may not happen. So yeah, I know. Anyway,
just
face it.
Not because
he's never going to make it to a comic book movie.
We only got 10 minutes.
So Nathan Fillion, pipe dreamers, just forget about it.
Gotta shorten it.
You know, Ant-Man's actually here right now. Trust me. Just trust me. He's like right. Just go with it.
He's here somewhere.
Yeah.
There he is, right there. Scott Pilgrim also took over the con and showed at a local movie theater on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, with the director Edgar Wright actually taking people directly from the Scott Pilgrim panel and walking them down the Gaslamp Quarter into the movie theater.
Why didn't I know about that?
So,
why didn't you tell me about that?
How cool was that? That was like really cool.
Well, it was so cool you apparently didn't tell me.
Well, I'm just telling you now. It was heavily advertised at the con as well.
Well, then how did I miss it?
As was the sure to be Stink Bomb Fest Green Hornet. That comes out in January because all really good blockbuster movies come out in January.
Hey, Batman Master of the Phantasm.
Hey, you know it's going to be a blockbuster because they had the car out there and a bunch of hot chicks dressed up in little skinky outfits.
Yeah, and by the way, the hot chicks, by the way, looked really bored. I have pictures of them looking really bored beyond belief on that. Anyway, enough about that. Zack Snyder from 300 and Watchmen debuted footage from his new one, Sucker Punch, which I heard looks absolutely fantastic. And really good buzz on that. Good buzz on Tron Legacy. Really, one of the best things that Flynn and I saw was the DC 75th documentary.
Yeah,
just wonderful.
That comes out on home video in November.
November 9th.
Yeah, that's when you'll be able to. Oh yeah. The Warner home video guy at the panel would not shut up about it. He kept saying, "What's coming out on November 9th?" You'd ask us. Len Wein, Denny O'Neil, and who else was there?
Karen Berger from Vertigo.
Paul Levitz was there, but he was not part of the panel. He was in the audience. Enjoying the documentary.
Wow, it has like everything you thought you knew about DC and like even more. Just absolutely amazing documentary.
I will say I knew most of the things in it. So I was quite proud that I knew most of it. Or maybe I should be ashamed.
I love how long they talked about Wonder Woman and the bondage issues. So and look forward to that November 9th. And also, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention about Hall H and the stabbing incident.
Ow, my eye! My freaking eye!
Apparently somebody got stabbed with a pin in Hall H on a Saturday night. Damn you, Flynn, I've had enough. Anyway, this is
I
not
know he's joking, but I really don't trust him.
This is to write with. This is not to poke in the eye with.
Hey, John,
okay?
John, is for stabbing with.
I think, guys, I think it's quite obvious that this proves the pen is mightier than the sword.
No. Oh, brother.
Anyway, nobody had to say it. Nobody said it over this whole thing.
Yeah.
Thing is, a lot of people have like, oh my god, all the nerds go together and they stab each other. Thing is, keep in mind, anytime you put any type of people together in a place of 125,000, you know, crammed together like
person,
someone's going to get into a fight.
In summer, mind you.
Yeah, it's one person. But they do need to do something about Hall H. My idea, if it's on, you know, if they keep looking at the badge like security does every single stinking time you go into the con, how about you just like get a little stamp, and that stamp is going to say like BBT for Big Bang Theory, GL for Green Lantern, multicolored stamps. You only get 4 or 5 to choose from for the entire con to go into, and then empty out Hall H this way as other people for the next panel go in this way. It's not that hard. Right now we have people camping out all day, and that's kind of what happened. Anyway, let me move on. As far as TV shows, there was True Blood, Big Bang Theory, Glee, Castle. What Glee and Castle were doing there, I have no freaking idea because it's a Comic-Con and there's no genre for that.
You forgot True Blood, too?
I said True Blood.
It's a comic book now.
Well, you didn't mention it in why things shouldn't be there.
There's a comic book. There's a comic book.
It's a vampire.
No, it was a comic adaptation of it.
It's a vampire story.
That's cheating. If they made,
anyway, Eureka, Warehouse 13, Walking Dead, V, Being Human, and Smallville. Smallville's final season, by the way, Jeff Johns was on the panel, was confirmed. Booster Gold and Blue Beetle, Jaime Reyes version, will be on the show. Darkseid's going to be the big bad guy, and John Schneider, Papa Kent, is back in the house. And JSA's back,
5-minute cameo.
And we'll be seeing the actual Superman costume at some point.
But they actually say, people who saw the footage said that it was the, because they, at Comic-Con, they showed footage of Lois looking at the Superman costume. This is what I hear.
Right.
Apparently it was confirmed that the costume used in it is a Superman Returns costume, so, you know.
Yeah, I heard something
Say what you will.
Yeah, that's really odd. As far as animated stuff goes, Batman Under the Red Hood, based on the story by Judd Winnick, made its debut there. You've seen it already?
Yeah, that was
I have not seen it.
It's already out.
But I heard the Jonah Hex short, it's probably 100 times better than the film was. So how's the
Well, that's not hard.
Is Megan Fox in it? No. Then it's not
Thank
better.
God! Anyway, besides the Jonah Hex short, we can look forward to more DC shorts, including Green Arrow, and a 22-minute Superman Shazam feature, which will be followed by, get ready to scream, Gail, if you're listening, an All-Star Superman animated film.
Really?
Yes! All-Star Superman will now be animated. Gail's over on the other side freaking out.
My favorite Superman ever, All-Star Superman.
But what about All-Star Batman and Robin?
Well, we're not...
All-Star Superman rules.
Not All-Star Batman and Robin. Also in animated news, Eric Powell showed off some animated footage for a Goon feature, which looked fantastic. Brave and the Bold Season 3, we found out, will be its final one. Young Justice will make its debut on Cartoon Network, and Marvel will have an Avengers cartoon.
An Avengers cartoon that actually has the big 3 in it for once.
Yeah, but I saw the footage, and it's like 1990 animated stuff.
Yeah,
CGI of
good
Green
stuff.
Lantern, Cartoon Network, November 2011. And the biggest news for me as far as animation, I went to the Peanuts panel. Brand new Peanuts. Happiness is a Warm Blanket, Charlie Brown. And the guy that's behind it not only worked on Iron Giant, he also worked on Incredibles and on Up, and has a real heart for Peanuts. I've seen the footage. You're in for a real treat if you're a Peanuts fan. That's all I could say.
Brad Bird?
No, it's not Brad Bird. It's a buddy of Brad Bird's. But trust me, it's great stuff.
Brad Bird buddy.
It's a Brad Bird buddy, you're right. And as far as comic news that came out of San Diego, because all we're covering so far is the
comic
media.
news?
Yes, actual comic news came out of Comic
Why would they have
Con.
comics there?
Unfreaking believable. Anyway, Marvel, let's start with them. They announced the new Daredevil. Yes, there is going to be a new Daredevil, apparently, if you're following Shadowland. Could be the Falcon, Nova, Gambit, Black Panther, or Kraven the Hunter. Or it could be me next week, they might announce. So, hey, stay tuned. And turns out Marvel will publish a Disney graphic novel based on Tron as well, called Tron the Betrayal.
Which actually sounds good.
And the other big news, they'll possibly be bringing the cross-gen characters back, as Disney owns Marvel and cross-gen. So that's another yay for Gale back over
I
there.
want to see Sojourn.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting.
Yes.
Red Hulk's going to join the Avengers in issue 7. And a new Power Man and Iron Fist series is going to be launched in January. IDW is going to have a Rocketeer miniseries.
Yes.
Yes.
Done.
Featuring work by Mike Allred, John Cassidy, Darwin Cook, Michael Kaluta, Bruce Timm, Bill Willingham, and more. That's going to be awesome. And in kids comic news, DC stated that Billy Batson and the Magic of Shazam and Brave and the Bold will be canceled, along with Super Friends. But they have a new Scooby-Doo coming along, and a new series based on the Young Justice cartoon. And Tiny Titans will team up with Little Archie. Oh yeah, team up. And Bongo announced, by the way, the biggest announcement from Bongo Comics, that they will publish SpongeBob comics alongside their Simpsons comics, which is the first time I think they've ever done.
Awesome. Now when you get
any
high,
other licensed
you can read
character.
SpongeBob too.
There you go.
It's a jellyfish.
So, and then Archie announced they have Life with Archie, which is this big bad boy right here. So pick it up. And they're also going to be introducing a first gay character to ever appear in an Archie cartoon in Veronica 202. Anyway, we have much more news coming out of Comic-Con, way more than we can handle right here. And if you could, please go to our website at www.metrohero.com. That's right, everybody. So please do. For more San Diego Comic-Con news, I'm adding more and more and more stuff.
Register on our forums. We have a great set of forums for people who don't know. We would love all you guys that watch the show to get on the forum, and we could get some really swinging comic talk going on. And that's where you'll find all of the additional Comic-Con news. So until next time, this is Flynn, Glenn, and John signing off from Metropolis After Hours. Take it easy, guys.
He said it all.